couldn't wait but to get on. My good friend Horatio, I believe, is in the guest room. Let's check him out. Let's see how's it going today. So we're on Instagram today, which is really exciting, man. I couldn't wait to just try and see if this thing worked, man. So I got on early. Let's get Horatio on. What's up, man? Are you on? He was stuck.
I'm here.
There he
Yeah.
is.
How are you?
How you doing, man?
So we crossed your platform with Instagram.
I did. I got it in here, but I got to make sure these people can see you. Yeah, here you go.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah. So you're on Instagram, but I got the aspect ratio is a little funky. You're a little. And you know what? I don't want to be in that camera either. How about this? I gotta get all this stuff together, man. Got a friend Delaney here. How you doing, brother? You awake? Oh, you old timey phone.
Hey, son.
I'm not sure I should be hearing this. Horatio, you're stuck. Until I get these guys. Let me make sure I can get everybody in here. How's everybody doing? I heard Instagram is woke. Is it really? You know, I hadn't really been on Instagram. I hadn't been doing anything on Instagram at all. We're interrupting Delaney's phone conversation. And now I'm on here. This is crazy.
You never had an Instagram account ever.
I did a long time ago, and I didn't post to it that much. And then I got into a fight with people, and I got off of all of social media.
Yeah, I got in a fight with somebody once, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm never going to talk to anyone again."
Let me call him in the morning.
You're supposed to just not connect. But I understand your deal is to talk about these things in an open forum. So, but for me, I was like, "Fuck, I got real mean super fast."
Yeah.
He's telling you don't need
Delaney!
to. People said you did, so there it is. I got to go. I'm live on the air. I'll call him tomorrow.
Let's see how some of these comments look in here.
All right.
Let's see that. Oh, looking nice. Okay. Let's go to both sides. It's not going to both sides, though.
Milo's doing his taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
What's up, fellers?
Are you telling him just go to H&R Block?
He did go to H&R Block. That's how he got hosed.
Oh, I didn't go to H&R Block.
Crazy hoops I've never heard of. It's usually pretty simple.
Let's see if I can get these comments in here. Hey, there we go. All right. I don't. Yeah. I would have no idea if anybody's watching on Instagram, but no, zero.
Maybe that's better.
There you go.
I mean, I can go on Instagram now and maybe get people to go too as well.
Go where?
I could
here?
I could put your account on here too if you ever wanted to go from your account. If you wanted to broadcast,
I have an Instagram, but I heard it's woke. Says Lunar Spunk.
It is woke.
Rod, you frozen? Or just
He's freezing up. He freezes. I thought he was doing a bit, but it seems like he does freeze up from time to time. Yeah, there he is back. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to close. I'm gonna close everything, and I'll be back in a.
Okay. He believes in monsters. That was what his T-shirt said.
Do you believe in monsters? I guess I kind of believe that maybe Yetis and Bigfoots could be roaming around out there. When I watched In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy as a boy, I thought, yeah, okay, there might be some Yetis out there.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little bit because they're in China. You see, I was a little skeptical about Bigfoot. because they're here, and I feel like America's been pretty trodden over. There's not a lot of wild, untouched, untamed, and I had no idea what was going on in China, so it seemed plausible. Where do you come in
Okay.
on the Yetis there, Jerry?
I I really have an opinion on I mean, well, I do have an opinion on that kind of stuff. I guess I don't think that any of it's real, but you know.
Naturally. You know what though? I love a Bigfoot sketch. I don't like any show that's trying to like actually Bigfoot hunt, trying to sell us on there being a Bigfoot. But I like Bigfoot stuff and
Yes,
Sasquatchian sketches.
I like that too. I like the idea of it. I loved the $6 million man in Bigfoot.
I think Severn Darden might have been in that episode. He was probably a cryptozoologist or something.
I was just there's a whole uh, series on the making of Planet of the Apes and
Yeah,
how like they spent less and less money with the succession of each with each movie.
that's generally how
Yeah.
it goes.
But they had to get
Well,
more and
that
more like like intricate or that not intricate but like I guess crafty with with the way that they were doing the effects, and people dropped out. Like the black dude that was in the original movie, he was like, I'm not doing any more of these. He refused to do any more. So they had to cast this other black dude who is his brother because he didn't look enough like him. So they're like, it's his brother. His brother
Come on.
came to the planet now. Yeah, yeah.
He didn't even have to wear the makeup.
Yeah,
wait,
they
but
had
didn't the black guy get lobotomized?
in the movie. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Might have been the other guy.
there must have been another black guy in part two. Whatever happened there. I don't remember that one.
What happened there? Whatever happened there?
Whatever happened there? Whatever happened there?
It was a reach. There was a bomb. There was a nuclear bomb, and they worshipped it as a god. It didn't have anything to do with monkeys. Monkey men. I was very let down.
And they wanted it. I guess the last one with the nuclear bomb, they wanted it to be family friendly. It didn't. I guess it didn't really come across that way. But that was the
That
whole
was the
idea. They were like,
family
"Why don't we make
friendly.
this one for the families?"
Remember that weird series that came out when we were like
Yep.
12 or 13?
I watched
They had a
every
cool
episode.
action figure house, like a Planet of the Ape house,
Mm.
They did,
where you could
yeah.
get snagged in a net. Uh, you get snagged up in a net or whatever else. You go fall through some kind of a torture bamboo situation.
I don't
Yeah.
remember much about that series, but they were big on torture. I remember them putting a human on a round table and they would just spin them indefinitely, and
Well, you
that
know
spooked
why?
me.
Because
It's
of
because
how long
monkeys hate
we
that.
tortured. Because we tortured them.
Yeah. They're
This
doing
all gets
tests on
back.
us all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See how
comeuppance.
they react to the spinning wheel.
It's funny because a lot of people played apes and humans in those series, like in different movies. They played different characters, and a lot of people played like apes
That
and
makes
humans.
sense, depending which extras they need that day.
But if
It's
you
weird.
think
There was
about it, it's
this.
brilliant. So then you'll know what the other uh what other the other animal is doing. Be like, I understand why the monkeys are upset, and
You know the world, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
together, there's empathy built in there.
Well, there
Even
was
when they
one
have to
lady.
like
What's that?
block each other.
There was a lady that played like a bunch of parts, but she ended up being like the producer's wife. So
What?
yeah, she played
Who
an
was the
ape a
producer? Do you
couple
remember?
times. I forgot the guy's name.
Dino
He
De
was really
Laurentiis.
like yeah, not him, but somebody like that. Like he
But
was really the instrument behind. Because
No,
I guess
Dino.
it was
No,
a book
Dino
in
produced Conan the Barbarian.
Conan the Barbarian. Yes, but the guy was like it was his lifelong dream to get Planet of the Apes on. It had been like refused. It had been turned down a lot of times, I guess, before then. Like people, they refused to do movies of it, and he finally
Yeah,
came up with an idea that worked.
and but didn't some famous guy, didn't Rod Serling write the first one? I guess he probably just put his name
I
on
think
it,
he came in. I
wrote a
think he
little
came
bit.
in on cleanup and added the ending. The beloved
Oh,
Apparently, he
added the
didn't write
ending.
all the scripts that they said he wrote. He had writers that worked with him, but
Why
he was
they
like
not
Orson
take that
Welles.
away from him? He was a prolific writer.
Well,
I
because if
watched
he
this.
was, it was. I mean, if you're a writer, you also want credit. So I also stand by the workers, Delaney.
So you mean he took credit for writing a lot of those Twilight Zone episodes that other cats actually wrote? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, or the publicity machine let it happen. But it's not that maybe he lied as much as maybe he was just a producer. So they were like, well, let's say you wrote half of these with whatever deal. But I don't know if he was that prolific as it seemed. He
Wow, that's a throwdown.
uh I guess leave comments down there. Tell us what you think. Uh,
Well,
yeah, leave your
I
comment.
know a lot
And
about
like,
the
I don't know
last
how I feel about it, honestly.
movie. I know a lot about because I watched a documentary about it, and it was a couple that wrote the original script, but it got taken away from them, and I think it just got like doctored and farmed out to a bunch of writers. And their last one ends with I think it's a statue of Cornelius or one of the monkeys, like he's crying because the apes are fighting, and a tear comes down his eye, and the the original writer said it was stupid.
Because he's a statue? That is
That it was
dumb.
crying. That the statue was crying.
That the statue cried. I think the original ending that they had was
Yeah, that's dumb.
the original ending was that that the apes start fighting. That I think they destroy the humans at the end of the last one or something, and then the apes start fighting each
Yeah,
other.
the logic is strange. Like the guy who's doing the ape or the man who's doing the statue of Cornelius is like include the tear, which I guess is possible.
I think it was
Then a
just
No,
he
statue
was
would
watching
cry.
that. He was watching that anti-pollution commercial with the Native American man who famously is looking over the landscape covered in garbage, and he turns the camera and sheds that tear.
you
I
mean
think
the
they were going
cartoon
for
Indian
something.
Italian guy?
No, he's not a cartoon.
He was
He's a real actor playing an American Indian.
he was not Italian too. I guess that's the or what? No, what did we see? What did we found? We found
No.
out about that
Is that the
Iron
debunk?
Eyes
There's
We
kid.
always
found
a
out about
debunk.
that on The Sopranos as well. More
I was talking
Sopranos.
about. I was trying to talk about how well the Blues Brothers was put together, and Owen's like, no, he didn't do shit. It was all the eight. Owen comes out with some name. He's like, it was Wes Forsterberg or somebody, because he said that Landis didn't know shit, and it was the AD that did everything. It's
Well, he
always
was
someone
an
ready to.
AD. He was a he was a wire puller before he was
They're all wire pullers.
before he
Those
was an
are showbiz
executive.
people.
And so yeah, there were wire pull. There's a lot of wire pullers out there,
I
and
heard he was
we go back
prolific
to it
on that
again.
set.
I speak up for the writers that aren't getting credit. Um, and I also yeah.
I
What's
love it
up?
when my whole old high school teacher is saying hello. The
Oh,
Facebook
Quiz
message is
Bowl.
always the best because Facebook is like I get like messages from like my
Yeah,
relatives and
Yeah,
and you're
people
my
you
English
thought
teacher
dad.
died
from
in
the
car
Quiz Bowl.
accidents.
My dad. Stop cussing so much. Love, Dad.
They're like, didn't you? I'm so sorry I
Well,
didn't talk to you. The rumor was you got hit by a car when you were 15.
Thought you were dead.
You didn't leave town?
Well,
We thought you just left town. Yeah,
how's it?
Facebook's scary, man. Facebook's scary.
Constantly people dying, man. I just can't take it. I have to stop going on it because It was just like I was seeing so much death.
It's
Did you
become
have a
well. It's
lot of
become the
friends?
go-to. It's like the modern obituaries to go on Facebook in the morning and just,
Find out.
Improv Ronnie had a heart attack.
I gotta say, I do see a lot of deaths on Facebook, but it's always people who I don't know, and I feel bad, and I want
Right.
to like have a
Yeah,
moment of learning and
exactly.
empathy,
I
and I'm
know.
like, but I don't know
I don't.
anything about this person.
I didn't know him. Yeah, exactly. But people die all the time.
Well, maybe it's you should know them. Maybe that's what they're saying. Pay attention to everyone who's ever improvised around you, man, because everyone's giving you a little gift. And when they die, you should be able to say, "I knew that guy. He was all right."
Lunar Spunk. Looks like Facebook tries to foist you, Horatio, as a friend onto Lunar Spunk, trying to get him to pick you as a friend. You know how they do those prompts. They're like, "Here's someone you
Yeah,
might
I
like."
mean, I wouldn't mind. Whatever, Lunar Spunk. You've shown yourself to be a worthy
The
worthy
way he
Facebook
worded that shows
person.
us he didn't take the bait.
I don't think it is bait. No, honestly, I don't think it is. I think it's one of those. You follow this guy around, and four people that you know him, so you should follow him.
You like comedy. You like comedy. I
Like,
see.
I don't want. Yeah, a lot of
I
that's
used to say
depressing as
yes to.
well.
I used to say yes to everybody, but now I look at the feed and I'm like, I don't know if I need all this coming into my feed. This isn't. I don't know.
I've been trying to do like if there's 25 mutual friends, I'll take a look. But anything under that, I'll just like kind of scroll because I got a lot of people, and I don't want to follow every single person because then what is that?
I got other people to screen.
I get
Some
it.
I
people
got to
want
go
to
do
follow
my
everybody. I
business.
don't
I got to
want
look at
to.
my funny things. I can't be constantly responding to people saying, "Hey, it's my birthday."
Too many obits. Yeah.
Too many obits, too many birthdays. Um,
I don't tell people it's my birthday, but Facebook tells people. I never announce my birthday or make a thing of it, but it does it for you.
Yeah, you'll keep seeing Hollywood people. I get a lot of that. I get a lot of other Hollywood people too. It ends up being their fan page, but yeah, um, get a lot
It's
of people
always the
suggest it
fan
to me.
page.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll click on Mary Gross or something.
Right?
Someone
Yeah,
who
like
there's a Mary
are
Gross for sure.
you friends with Gary Kroger? He used to post a lot. I don't
No.
see him posting as much.
No, I didn't know the Krogs was still doing in the craft.
I
You know,
didn't see him. I
I
don't think the Krogs was at the 60th either.
He was. He was sitting right beside you, dude.
probably
The
didn't recognize him.
he was at the at the little concert.
You mean the concert?
Yeah.
The concert. Maybe the concert. I don't, but not for the show. I wasn't at the show. I mean, I was at the show, but not in the seats.
Right.
I was running around playing Peter O'Toole in my favorite year.
Uh-huh. That's right. No, you're thinking of the kid playing Baker. What was his name?
No, because I was the alcoholic that was jumping from room to room.
Oh, you were the swashbuckling alcoholic who was just
Yeah, yeah.
being swept
In this,
away with the whole thing.
yeah, just bothering people I shouldn't have been bothered. Maybe
Oh, I
backstage.
thought you were the Thomas Lynn Baker who was like, this is 30 Rock. I used to work here. And here's the
No,
writer's room.
that's McBrayer.
Jack.
Yeah, that's Jack
This is the
McBrayer.
writer's room. This is where they gather. And they also come they also all come around.
Don't touch that. Please don't touch that.
So, speaking of SNL, I watched last week. I don't get to watch a whole show. I usually like pick up clips or the sketches apart from each other, but that one I got to watch pretty much the whole show. It's Jack Black, so it's like easy to watch it because I knew I
Yeah.
could watch it with my kid too. He watched it with me, and because he'd want to
I thought
watch
it
it.
was pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some good
Uh,
sketches on there.
I told Linda he's going to sing a lot, and he did. He sang in only about 3 out of 5 sketches.
Yeah. Well, I mean, wasn't that? Yeah. Some funny. He
I
did
guess
some funny stuff. Though. I did a lot of him yelling, which always makes me laugh.
Well, that's a given. He's going to
Right.
shout. Yeah, he's going to shout it out.
Well, they made a whole sketch out of it too, which is with the girl repeating the
Padilla.
same thing over another time. Yeah, really funny, and it was all about him. He kept going, don't scream at her, though.
Yeah.
'Cause he-
Yeah, like he's older, so he doesn't know that you're not supposed to yell at people. Like
you can't
it's
scream
also
at her, man.
yeah, it's kind of it plays both those ways. Like you're fucking 50 something, so that's how you used to be to people, but you can't be like that anymore. It's kind of a perfect little play there.
To be fair, everybody yelled at everybody.
Well, the show, I mean, SNL forever has been called "Let's Make Fun of Weird People" Night Live. You know, that's the whole show. Every single sketch is weird people making fun of weird people. And so to go back
Yes.
now and go like, you got to be sensitive and not call out people's flaws. All right, then we're gonna have all funniest home videos.
Right.
It's all you can laugh at anymore.
We used to say the basis of our sketches. All of them are weird people bothering people.
Pretty much.
They're in your life. They're an obstacle that normal people have to deal with. An audience will rides with them when they meet the weird person or the weird people. Sometimes it's a weird world, and then it's only one normal guy.
Sometimes it is that way. It is a Green Acres.
Sometimes I like when they've done the character too many times, and then they try to get the host to be a duplicate version. They send them out to do it. Oof.
Oh, a
Does that happen?
version of the
like a partner?
duplicate version of the reoccurring sketch. You mean?
Yeah, it's like the Grimley effect when they try to dress people up to be a Grimley.
Oh
Ed
man,
Grimley.
I tell you, man, when we had Robert De Niro to be the third old school rapper, just did not. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, did this almost happen?
What?
I could see De Niro doing Rap Street. I could see him at least trying. I can't see him doing a Grimley.
I did Grimley. That was and it did end up being that way. It was it was.
You must have.
He comes backstage. He washes his face, and then I come up and I had the Ed Grimley stuff on, but it was this part, and and then Marty was in the back going, "Excellent, Jerry, excellent. You do Ed Grimley." He was
Marty
sending me out to do Ed Grimley.
He loves the face wash bit. He must have seen someone do a terrible face wash. I know Chaplin has a bad face wash.
A bad,
we
like
talked about
he
this
washes his
before.
face and he comes up and
He gets hit with a cream pie, and then he goes to wash his face, and he comes up fake rubbing it, and he's got mime makeup on again.
Yeah.
Goes back
Doesn't
to his regular makeup.
Buster Keaton do the face wash?
I don't think he wore makeup. Like he didn't do clown makeup the way Chaplin would.
Yeah, no,
Groucho
but
did, because I didn't know Groucho's mustache was fake when I was a child. I just took it for whatever. It was a black and white TV. I couldn't tell.
you just thought he looked like that in real life?
Well, everything. The TV was small. There was a
Right,
bunch of kids. The TV's way over on the other side of the fucking room, and it's black and white.
Yeah,
So
just it's like
Right.
a big giant mustache. You can't like if you look at it up close, you're like, oh my god, what is that? It's a prop.
That's why it works, kids, because, back in the old Nickelodeons, you had
Yeah,
to
people were
sit because
looking at
the
him
screen was only so big.
on stage. Yeah, everything's exaggerated.
But yeah, and then by the time we would know the real Chaplin, they were kind of like they kicked him out of the country
yes,
for whatever being communist or having communist leadings or whatever they thought he had.
you know
But
who
then they
led
gave him
that
an
crusade?
Oscar. They gave him an Oscar,
Oh yeah,
and so he came. So he was like 1,000 years old when we. So you compare what you were watching, and you'd watch it. You'd see this, this fat 100-year-old man getting an award.
he wasn't really fat. He was he looked a little chubby, but he just filled out because he was so old. It was, who the cat who was really responsible and made it a mission to get him thrown out was Ed Sullivan.
Oh,
Why?
Ed
just didn't like
Sullivan
him.
had some kind of chip because he couldn't serve. He was they wouldn't take him. I don't know. His spine was out of whack or something. Who knows what it was?
Well,
But
I'll
so he
tell you
felt
a
like,
story.
yeah,
It
I'll
was
tell
a
you another
woman, and I groomed her.
My
She could
was too
sing,
big for my body.
singing lessons, dancing lessons.
He didn't
I've
have
had
a
them all
neck.
over the world.
He didn't have a neck. His shoulders just kind of, his head just kind of grew out of his
I've
shoulders.
had them all over the world.
But no,
Charlie
the women.
Chaplin, out of the country.
He felt he
Out.
had to be extra zealous in fighting communists to make up for the fact that he never put a
Oh, so
uniform
he
on.
was on the kind of like the sides of the McCarthy hearing kind of
Yeah,
business when
and he
all
hated
media was
Chaplin.
kind of joining in.
He
Yeah,
hated him and wanted to target him
who would you hate? Why would you hate Chaplin?
because he was a womanizer. He had a lot of different wives. He kept marrying his leading ladies, and women
Oh,
kept
so like Jerry
suing
was
him.
doing. So what Jerry was
Oh, all
doing
the
was like a good
DNA
accurate
shows.
parody.
All the DNA shows that Chaplin did not sire those children, but he got sued by these women and had to pay to bring their children up, and they weren't even his. It was just bullshit. They were just taking advantage of him.
So let's clear it up right now. Chaplin was a bit weird, but he was all right.
He was
Well,
okay. He was one of the good guys. He did have a few different wives. Um, he had a tough life. He had to feed his crazy mother by dancing on the English stage.
hey, who didn't? No, I'm kidding.
We all did. We all had to tap dance for our crazy moms.
Yep, that's right. We all did.
Right? That's why we're comedians. That's why we do what we do. That's why we're clowns now.
Yeah.
You think I
That's what.
want to be a clown? They made me this way.
Speaking of clowns, I got. I'll send you this video. I can't show it now. It's really funny though. It's the Three Stooges getting hurt for real, and it's
Oh no.
it's clips of like times that they got really hurt, and they're
Shit.
crazy. It's like one time like a Larry got a pin fucking stuck in his forehead,
Come on.
and it was like after the director assured him he wouldn't get hurt. It's like Larry quit that day. He quit filming that day after the director assured him he wouldn't get hurt, and it did.
It's
It
like when
did.
George Harrison quit the Beatles.
That's what I thought
I'm
of.
getting the fuck out of here. You
They
fucking
showed it
told
in
me I
the
wouldn't get a pen in the head.
It won't hurt. I won't hurt. It won't hurt. You stuck a pin with.
There's no ink in it. What? There's no ink in it. Just take it in the head, please.
You'll be fine.
This is a terrible.
There's a big long interview from Larry Fine. He's in the institution. It's like that scene in Citizen Kane, where Joseph Cotton, they didn't even put old makeup on him. They just gave him a hat and he just acts kind of old.
Yeah,
Anyway,
and
Larry is
and
old.
it's
This is Larry after the stroke.
yeah, that
And
is
he's
some
like,
bad makeup on Joseph Cotton,
yes,
Citizen
pretty
Kane.
bad. So this Larry thing, he's like, well, I'll tell you. He's like, whatever you saw is what we got. Mo didn't pull punches. What you see is what we got.
They were like wrestlers too, you know. You can't give up the thing. You know, it's like, yeah, we had. I broke a rib. Mo broke a rib, broke some ribs on a.
Just because we planned this doesn't mean I didn't get a nail in the
Yeah.
forehead.
Well, stuff would happen. This is most sustained most of the onset injuries. They showed
But
one time of like
Dave,
it was just like
Ron,
stuff you wouldn't even think, you know, like Larry getting his head cracked open, you know, just on a window. They just like it opened. They pulled him down too fast, and he cracked his head open.
I have a theory that shtick, like getting hit in the head with a frying pan, is always funny. When you see someone get hit with a frying pan and you hear that sound. But my theory is that an improv shtick does not work because the frying pan's not real. The audience doesn't see it, and they're not going to react to it.
unless someone did a good sound effect.
If you got a good bong, if you like seemed like you didn't know it was coming and someone hits you with the frying pan and you had the bong, could see getting a laugh off of that.
And they used real frying pans. You know, we've been lucky enough to grow up in frying pans that are mostly made of aluminum
or rubber, yeah,
or whatever we make them out of.
They didn't have styrofoam.
They just had this big fucking iron skillet. So hitting someone with that,
just the cast iron. They didn't have anything.
just cast iron. Keep that in mind too. They're whipping those around at each other. Well, I'm sure I'm sure there was a lot of woodwork involved too, but we were lucky.
Good
if we were kids watching the Three Stooges really hitting each other with frying pans, could have been just this huge outcry. Kids growing up brain damage from skillet wounds.
Shouldn't it go back to that? Shouldn't we like make everybody? If you really want to be funny, you gotta like hurt yourself. That's pretty much just jackass.
Can't let the cat. I would say yes, but you can't now put the cat back in the bag. Like, you know, look at the whole menagerie of funny humanity is just spitting out what they can.
Well, I would like it to that there was some kind of gateway into comedy. And that was like you really had to be serious about comedy if you wanted to do it back then. You had to risk your life and shit.
Yeah, grew up like they got you hearing about stand-ups going into like Kentucky and getting bleach poured down their throats for for jokes. You know, there was always those stories about stand-ups and comedians being fucked with it on the road. You gotta be careful, man. You gotta. I know.
Yeah, that happened to the Lampoon. Joe Flaherty told me this story, and it's on my podcast. I know Belushi. Belushi was running the show at the time, and he told them the audience loves it when you shit on them. They love it when you treat them like shit. And they'd been doing that, and I guess in the city it was working, and they went on the road. They were somewhere, I think in Wisconsin or something. And they're doing their bit, and it was the shitting on the audience was not going over. There was some bikers there, and Ramis ended up refunding one of those guys from the stage because he convinced he was going to get his ass kicked.
Yeah, I'm sure. Those things should happen, of course, but
you're talking tarred and feathered. With the gasoline treatment.
I think that was like
caliber.
Yeah, I don't think it was like if you didn't like your performance. That was more like what, like getting vegetables thrown at you and stuff. Tarred and feathered was like if you sold something to somebody in town and you didn't, like if you cheated people.
You sold somebody a fake TV. There's just a brick. I bought this washing machine. It was just a brick in the wooden box. Get that thief in here. Tip him in tar.
I bought a brick. I bought a video camera brick on the street in New York when I first moved here.
Oh, really? Did they show you
Yeah,
the
I bought a brick.
camera and then gave you the box?
No, it was the lure of the shrink wrap.
Oh. Oh, the box was shrink wrapped.
Yeah,
Yeah, from the
on
factory, man. You
the shrink wrap.
can't
Because I
deny
busted
that.
for a camera. I wanted a camera so bad that I lost my head and I thought I had like a cheap $20 camera.
That's perfect too. Shrink wrap. I can't. It's not open, bro. Just take it.
Hey, yeah. And you could also be like, hey, I don't know. This fell out of a truck. I was lucky I grabbed a couple of these.
Right.
I don't even know what it costs.
What? There was a brick in there? What?
Hold on. Let me get you another one. I don't want another one. So how much did you pay?
It was only like $20, something.
Oh.
It's probably more.
So I don't know if you remember
didn't
when
kill me.
I was showing you about the guy, the comedian, that thought he was going on Amy Poehler's podcast. I guess it's been happening to a lot. It happens to a lot of people. It happened to this other guy, Tim Dillon. And then
Did he get fooled into thinking he was going on
he was
Poehler's
like
podcast?
immediately was like, he's like, so I just called my manager. So, did you want me on the show? And the manager was like, probably not. And he was like, but then I thought about all these people, and he just went off on like the kind of people that must be taking it seriously. He's like, just sitting at home, and a guy comes home like, your father's going on air on Amy Poehler's podcast tomorrow. You remember that? You treat him with respect. He's got work now. He's working.
So what's the scam?
So the people they get somebody and they say, hey, you get an email saying, hey, Amy Poehler wants you to be on her podcast. I'm the producer. You know, you seem like a person that she would want on. Give us your information. And then you get their information and they get your bank information to try to pay you. They say, hey, we compensate people. So all we need is your bank information and we'll pay you. Now the other guy, they were like trying to get in his computer. He called them and they were like, okay, let me get you ready for the interview. And he was like, well, I thought I was going to be like on her podcast. He's like, oh no, it's online. So let me get in your computer. He's like, oh, okay. Shit.
Oh shit!
So you don't take pictures of your wife naked, lover? Well, why are you asking me that? Oh, Amy wants to know. It's funny stories. Do an interview. The interview.
But I have to verify. I have to verify the authenticity of this such photos.
From Amy Poehler, SNL.
It's standard confirmation for the Amy
SNL, Debbie Downer. What the fuck, man? I'm sorry, I lose my temper.
See, the guy was foreign. He's like, you sound like you're foreign. Nah, buddy. Yeah, I'm Israeli. It's a silly thing. I'm Israeli, buddy. Okay, so let's see your bank account number.
There's a bunch of those now where people just torture the scammers.
Yes, I love those.
Yeah, those are great, and that's kind of that's Matt Besser. That he had first done that because his actual phone number was close to like some Microsoft product.
It was a helpline.
Yeah, and so
it was one digit away, so we got a lot of helpline calls. Yeah,
but now you just pretend you're getting scammed.
There's an album called "May I Help You, Dumbass."
Yeah,
that's
Matt's album.
It's basically Besser torturing people. He also did a one-man show with all these recordings.
Yeah,
and in the one-man show, he says, his girlfriend said, "Why do you have to be so mean? Why do you got? Why do you have to torture everyone? Why can't you just be nice?" So in the next one, he answers it as Jimmy Stewart. He's like, just wasting their time. Just, we're gonna turn this around. Like, don't worry about it. Like, we're gonna turn it around. It's colossal waste of time. A lot of getting it wrong. I only remember the nice one. I don't remember the mean ones.
I remember one where he was like on the phone, and then there was a car crash out front,
Yeah,
and he had to go help the person. Like, so something like,
Yeah.
what? Oh my God, someone
Oh my
died out
God.
there.
Oh my God. Oh,
And
I
some
know.
poor
There was
fucker
one.
trying to get his computer going or
I
whatever
know.
they're trying to do.
That was a
Yeah,
helpline.
he's asking all these questions like, all right, what kind of computer and what year is it? What year were you born? What's your
Yeah.
cock ring size? What's your favorite color? What? He's like, we just need your cock ring size. The casual throwaway.
I'm gonna go spray something in my nose.
What? Oh, he's got to freak
I'll be right
something.
back. I'm gonna go spray some Afrin in my nose.
I thought you meant
know,
cocaine.
I don't like to sign up for prank stuff. I don't like to do pranks, really. I don't like them. But if I do start watching a prank show, some of them are pretty funny. There was one I used to like that was called Buzzkill, where they'd set someone up.
Oh yeah,
They'd
yeah.
set someone up for an awesome experience. It just turned out to be so shitty.
Buzzkill. It was MTV, wasn't it?
Probably.
What an
Sounds like
asshole show.
Oh,
Was that the one? I think I did. Did I do a?
probably did a Buzzkill.
Yeah, I'm afraid if I did a sketch, a Buzzkill sketch. I know I did a sketch.
Prank shows were the rage.
Prank shows were yeah. I've done some.
Everything had a prank element. I've had to do them. Boy, I feel lousy about. When I look back, that's some of the stuff I just feel lousy about. Even now, I'm like, ugh, that was gross, and I was shitty at it. I thought it would be great.
There was a way I always felt like I did. Yeah, I like stuff that made the fun out of you. If you were like being goofy in front of somebody or whatever, and that kind of prank I didn't mind doing. Scaring somebody or making them like really scared. I didn't care for that. That much. That much.
I directed a prank bit once that was fun. It was like we were selling essays on the street.
That's funny.
The writers put all these great titles for different essays for different subjects, and we didn't get any earnest. We people looked, but nobody really took the bait. Maybe one kid asked a couple questions. We might have had to send someone in as a fake. We had to send Craig in as a fake customer.
Yes.
At the end of the day, because we didn't get enough.
Right. I know I had to do that. I did a show called what was that show I did? It was also a British show. We used to do pranks, and a lot of times, we couldn't get it. We'd work on it all day, and we traveled around. We went to different cities too, and we just have to we always had we hired extras on every shoot to just like if we couldn't get the prank done, then we just have an extra do it.
Mm-hmm.
No. Or to fill in, like if it was a thing where it's like, well, there's a bunch of people coming in and the same thing happening to them, we just fill that in with a bunch of people, a bunch of extras or crew members doing it, getting pranked.
Now, I've done a lot of plants, and I've always managed to do plants in such a way that people actually think I'm an audience member. Like in the
what happened to the prank is what happened to the prank is what happened was Jackass showed up. And now pranks all of a sudden become, I'm going to throw my best friend in a snake pit who has a phobia of snakes.
While he's getting his nuts pierced.
Yeah,
man,
one
they
guy's
had
getting his nuts stapled to a surfboard. That's
those
no prank.
guys,
That's the violence, you know.
those
That's
the
just
pranksters or whatever. Those guys that had that show. That show like ran so much. It was on like 24/7 on I don't know whatever channel it came on.
CBS.
Was it
oh
TBS?
yeah, what's that called? Not it's called
Impractical Strangers.
Impractical Strangers.
uh, Imp- that's where there's these guys pretending to be women doing pranks, and no one falls for the pranks because it's clear that
Impractical. This
they're
is impractical. It didn't make sense. Why do you have to dress like a woman
This is
just to pull a
impractical,
prank on?
and you're a stranger. I'm leaving. The practical, yeah, practical strangers. You know, they would get, and then they're probably still doing that show. I mean, or maybe like, listen, you know, the contract's over. You own a piece of the show. We're just going to run it till the end of time, and no more new ones. Right?
I pretty much assume that that's what's happening. Yeah, because it
Well,
seemed
now
like
here comes.
it was Impractical Jokesters channel for a while. Like that was,
Well, that's who's taking over for Colbert, the impractical
what
jokester.
the pranks now are on the criminals
Byron
because
Allen's
everyone's
going to
got
put the
these
impractical
doorbell
jokesters
cams.
on late night.
On the doorbell cams, you get to see people trying to steal mail blow up. That's the new.
Your improbable jesters are going to be all over doing madcap stuff.
Improbable gestures.
Yeah.
What's this shit about these guys who go around sticking their cameras in people's faces? It piss them off enough so they start acting like Karens.
there's a couple of those.
What is the
There's
point
a
of all
lot.
that? Just to get content?
Yeah,
Yeah. And what happens is they'll have these guys, and then they'll get in fights with people, and then right away a security guard will step in, and he's like, what did I do? What did I do?" You know, there's a lot of that shit
yeah. There's
where
a whole
guys will
crew of
antagonize people, and when they
there's a
want
crew
to
of people
fight,
that do it. Yeah, there's a crew of
yeah,
people that are doing it. That's
They
their
seem
thing.
to like
Yeah.
to mace people. They draw these guys in until they grab their camera and then they mace them. So they can post their video of some guy getting maced.
yeah. I mean, it's a terrible world. You got to. Was that one of you? Did you have one of those put on you,
No, I quit.
Delaney?
I don't do the macing. Oh, did I get maced a couple times? Where I'm like, I don't want to be filmed. No, I've never been maced. I don't even want to carry mace because I'm afraid I'd squirt it wrong and do a Three Stooges and spray myself in the face.
It doesn't matter if you squirt it wrong. It's exactly what happens to a lot of people. It gets a cloud.
You get
gets
the
on people
wind.
and
If the wind blows. If the
Mhm.
wind blows.
Yeah.
and you both fucked up.
But these assholes are like macing old ladies. They're like, I don't want to be filmed. And then he's like, you touched my camera.
Oh yes. Any excuse for them to mace somebody. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you see the cops show up, and then they cut to the cop explaining to the person, like, sorry, nothing I can do. I'll give you a bottle of water.
You touched him. Touched him.
You
Keep
assaulted
your hands to
him.
yourself next time.
By the way,
I just saw a beheading video at 12 o'clock.
Birthday.
Where'd you see a beheading video at? YouTube?
Come on.
It was on either YouTube or YouTube, because Instagram doesn't usually.
It was on YouTube Junior.
And for the algorithm, by behead, I mean wig, and the beehive hairdo. Behead oneself. Behead. That's from Mr. Show.
Beehive means behead.
From the beehive
It's
hairdo,
something.
behead.
It's something from like India, and it's kind of far away, but you can see what's happening. And it says it's over. It's like a vendor argues with a truck driver, and then he just attacks him and kills the guy, cuts his head off. And people
What
are
was
like, "What the fuck?"
hell?
Wow.
Huh?
They're just arguing, just a disagreement.
It's from far away, so you don't get the details. So it's not as horrifying as you'd think, but it's still,
That's
you
pretty
know,
You
it's
know what
horrifying.
what happened.
But I was like, yeah, I could have probably turned away, but I was like, wait, how's this gonna work? And then I was like,
But how do
immediately,
you?
like,
It's not
what am I
easy to just
doing?
like. How do you grab somebody? Like you grab the head, you grab their, like how do you just like quickly get somebody's head off? Like that's not
You
I
can.
easy.
mean,
Apparently, it's extremely difficult. That's why you got to be like a master swordsman to do it in one shot.
Wouldn't you have to be?
Yes.
this guy's trying to get away, but he keeps stabbing him, and eventually the guy collapses, and then that's when he gets on top of him, and you don't really see what's happening, but I'm sure he's,
Oh, okay. So it's a whole attack, and then he cuts his
yeah,
head.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Okay.
wasn't like a sword, a guy on a motorcycle going
Like
down a street with a
well,
sword.
that's what I thought. That's what a beheading.
That would have been,
Like
that's what we got to do it in practical jerk offs.
That's the Mad Max version of Practical Jokers.
I'm worried about an algorithm. I shouldn't be worried about an algorithm. I don't worry about anybody. I don't even watch these. I never even watch how many people look at these. I just don't have the time, fellas. I spent all last week at Disneyland.
I like
The
this
whole week.
without seeing numbers.
Who cares about numbers, right?
Yeah. How many?
Yeah, we don't need
Who
no
needs
stinking
numbers right now?
numbers.
They're all lies. They're all lies anyway.
Numbers are part of the problem. To be Who cares
So
about the Dow Jones?
right? Don't get me started
So,
with
so
that.
you went to Disneyland?
I went to Disneyland last week. I had a really good time. I was there a little bit too long, though. But they get you. They're like, oh, you get a special if you stay more days. So we end up
Yeah,
being more days, but you end up spending more money the more days you're there. Like they know what they're
Oh
doing.
yeah.
yeah.
But it's like, oh, you get a cheaper rate, and stay at the hotel. So I was there for 3 days. That's a long time for
Yes,
Disneyland.
it
That's
is.
really nice
What?
though too, because you don't want to leave your kid like, yeah, my cheap dad only took us for like 2 hours.
Well, I was like, we don't have to do this anymore for a long time, right?
Yeah, that's true.
We got it
You're gonna
all
age out of
out.
this, my friend.
Did your son like it?
Yeah, he liked it. I mean, not enough for us to be there 3 days, though.
Was he
I
freaked
got
out by it?
no. Just after a while, he just got tired of it. Like Star Wars Land was great, but we did all the rides in Star Wars Land, and he's like, all right, I've seen Chewbacca 3 times or whatever. It's enough.
My son didn't like it. He jumped off the Mickey Mouse coaster while it was moving. He hated the whole thing. He was suspicious. The big Woody freaked him out. He ran. He ran for the gates.
That's how I was the
Tried
first
to,
time at the circus. My
it
first and only
was.
time at the
Clowns,
circus.
Oh, that
yeah,
sounds
Yeah,
like you. Oh, you
clowns are
got
really
clown.
freaky.
You got Gacy'd. You got
I got a
clown
whole
trauma.
Gacy thing going on. Yeah, yeah, I got a whole Gacy. I
Growing
got
up
a
in
whole
You
Gacy
got
Chicago,
thing in my mind.
Gacy
Chicago,
problems.
that's how you felt about clowns.
I got John Wayne Gacy in my mind.
I had some
So
friends
yeah,
that were like
he thought the whole
terrified of
thing was
clowns.
like macabre and terrifying, and didn't like any of the rides because the rides were just they were too terrifying to go on. Couldn't hack it. Jerry, what did you think the best ride was?
Well, the Star Wars ride is pretty cool. There's a Millennium Falcon ride that's pretty fucking awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
yeah,
No, I never rode that.
yeah. It's really new. Yeah, the Star Wars
But
the Star Wars ride
it's
is.
one of those like you're in one of those cars and it moves around.
You're in the Millennium Falcon, and you're all like doing different things. Like one of you's the gunner, one of you's the pilot, and you're
Uh-huh.
actually flying the thing.
Oh wow.
So yeah, or kind of flying it. Yeah, I mean, it's not just reasonable. You don't crash or anything, but the two
Yeah.
pilots are actually piloting it, and you have to do stuff. You have to get a harness onto something. Yeah, it's and it looks like you're in it. And when you're walking through, I'm gonna show you some pictures. But when you're walking, you probably can't. When you're walking through to get on the ride, there's people that are dressed like the Millennium Falcon, like the whatever.
Rebel, like the Rebel
Death Star.
mechanics.
No, like the Empire.
Oh, they're dressed like Cliff Clavin in Empire.
Cliff Clavin.
He's in there. Ratzenberger's in there.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's one of those technicians running around with the orange jumpsuits.
Oh, okay. They're more like the Nazi-looking uniforms with the black hats and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Those like yeah.
And they're walking like talking to you and shit, and they're saying, you know, like being mean. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, shut up, Rebel.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're the concept of the ride is that you are a rebel prisoner and they're stormtroopers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make an escape.
You escape. You get into the. I think from what I remember, you escape. You get out, and then you have to like shoot your way out or some shit like that. I don't know. Yeah. Interesting. But you're a prisoner at that time.
Yeah.
Got Peter Pan's Wild Ride.
Yeah, he didn't like that much. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and then Peter Pan Ride.
That's it. Peter Pan's is a different one.
Yeah.
The Wild Ride is Mr. Toad. He's probably a little dated now.
It's a little dated, but it's still there, which is funny because you can't find the cartoon. Something must be problematic in the cartoon because you can't find it anywhere. It's like Song of the South. Like you cannot find that fucking cartoon anywhere.
Yeah.
And they changed the whatever the water slide, whatever that thing was called, because that was the bears, right? The bears from. No, they were the bears from the Song of the South.
Oh.
In that water slide. And now it's a different character.
Natch.
Yeah.
You know,
but it was that for a long time, though.
Now that I think of it, the Peter Pan ride is an amazing ride. It's really beautiful because you're hanging. You are suspended. You're hanging.
Yes.
No, it's a fake London, and it's only 12 feet down.
Yeah, but it looks like
still, whoa, we're fucking up here. Like that's clearly real stuff. That's way down there. We're way up here, and the fact that you're kind of suspended makes it it's kind of magical that way.
Well, now they do a lot with the what do you call it? 3D kind of video that looks like somebody's there. That works a lot. So like
they closed down
takes the place of a lot of that shit.
The Tower of Terror.
Yeah, that's in Florida. That's at the I've been on.
Oh, that's only in Florida now?
Yeah.
It used to be in California.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, because I was on it, and I've never been to one in Florida. But
was it part of the?
Were you on that one, Delaney?
I never saw that in Florida, but I haven't been to that one in 10 years.
Yeah, this one you're in a hotel. You're like in a hotel elevator, and it's haunted, and it starts falling, and it's all like the video you're looking at that makes it look like that. Obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's not obvious.
The haunted mansion's still there. You mean the haunted?
Well, that's what I'm. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. So in one in Florida, the haunted mansion goes into the Tower of Terror, and it goes up and then it drops. The haunted mansion is just the house that stretches when you get in an elevator and all that shit. Yeah, we went on that too. Yeah, he likes that.
I forgot what. Yeah, I like that one too.
The haunted one is great.
That was
the first
that
time
was scary.
I saw a hologram, a real hologram.
Yeah, the hologram is in it. The woman's head is in the fucking crystal ball. The fortune teller, Madame Leota. The ghost, a lot of hologram ghosts. The ghost is in the car with you at the end. The hologram ghost when you look in the mirror.
Right.
And what I love is the ghost party, because you go by and it's like a ball or something, and the ghosts are having a party and they're like eating and shit, and they're around a table, and there's ghosts dancing, and of course they're fucking just spinning too fast. I love it. I was like, that's too fast. Stop it. Crazy. That's crazy. Fucking scary, man. Stop dancing like that. I love that. Just going too fast and shit.
I got sick on the teacup ride. I never recovered from the teacup ride for the rest of the trip.
Yeah, we didn't go on it this time because that happens a lot. We were like, why did we even do this?
That's not worth it.
What happens on the teacup ride?
I get dizzy. I get vertigo.
Oh, I got sick like that from the Harry Potter ride at Paramount. There's this tree that kind of, you're on the limb of a tree and it's spinning you like this. And it's like, on top of 3D shit all over the place. You're like, ay.
Yeah. I can't take spinning stuff. No more. I used to love it when I was a kid. Now, like, it's like, no, I'm just gonna throw up.
Well, if you don't have kids, you should just go to that one. You just want to be a dork and fuck around. The one at Paramount's good because you got like four rides or 5 rides in you. And you can usually get something good.
Yeah, you mean he actually likes Universal.
Universal, yeah, Universal.
Well, Universal's got all the Mario stuff now. It's got like a whole land of Mario Land. He really likes that. It's just not as big as Disney. But Disneyland has the 2 parks though. So we were in both, like the Great California Adventure. It's pretty cool. And they got the X-Men land in California Adventure, which is pretty cool. There's an X-Men ride. There's they walk around.
So
the characters are walking around.
Smoking and stuff?
Yeah, bothering people.
Bothering people.
Especially, we went to
scaring the kids.
You can, if you stay at the resort, if you get breakfast at one of the restaurants, the characters come out and meet you at breakfast. And I told my son I was gonna kick Mickey Mouse. So when he comes over here, I'm gonna kick him. He's like, "Why?" He immediately told my wife, like, "Dad said he was gonna kick Mickey Mouse." She's like, "Why would you do that? Why would you start off the? Why would you tell him that?" Joking. I was gonna act like because they just come over to your table and they start, they don't talk, but they, start doing shit and taking pictures, and I was gonna act like I didn't like them, like, excuse me, hello.
You're being an impractical jerk off.
I know. Excuse me, but you seem to have a mouse problem here. A mouse problem. I said that to the waiter, and the waiter's like, "Yeah, well, we got this dog. The dog was supposed to chase him, but he just joined in."
So yeah, they've heard that one before.
It is pretty great, though.
Yeah,
having the characters come over and fucking talk to you. They're really good at like getting you to like miming and knowing what they're saying. Because they get really like the point. They kept my kid was wearing an Empire T-shirt, and all the characters were giving him shit. All of them, like all the good characters, like, "Why, hey," like Chewbacca's like, "Ah." Pretty cool now. It used to be Darth Vader, and now it's whatever the young guy's name, the newer guy. They do a whole thing when he comes in, he takes off, he comes on the ship. They got a Millennium Falcon that really looks like the fucking real thing. And they could do a whole, like every 15 minutes, they do a whole play where he comes in and fucks with people. Like, "You get out of our way." Like, which one of these people might be spies?
Get your equity card that way or something?
I don't know. It's like a show, yeah. I guess those guys are like considered actors. I don't know if they're in equity. I know that the theater they had there in Florida, they were equity at one point.
Right.
I don't know.
Eddie used to do that kind of acting.
Eddie?
Yeah, he was at Universal, right?
Yeah, he did like the Waterworld show.
I
He
thought
was the
he did
bad
the
guy. He was the Dennis Hopper part.
I thought he did the he didn't do the Marx Brothers, or is it the Three Stooges that are there? It's one of
No,
them that
he
I
did the
walk.
Blues Brothers. He did
Blues
the Blues
Brothers.
Brothers. Yeah,
Um, I thought that
he was the
the
fat one.
Marx Brothers are walking around there too. Sometimes, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't remember that.
I know the Blues Brothers are walking
He
around.
yeah, he would do that, and they
The
walk
fat
around,
one.
but then they go to a show and the car pulls up.
Yeah, they do the show. Yeah, I've seen them. They sing,
Remember,
they
Yeah.
there used to
sing,
be
and yeah.
there's a particular kind of male archetype who wants to be Groucho Marx, and they emulate Groucho. There's not a lot of those guys around anymore, but there used to be.
It's Horatio.
You know the kind I'm talking about? No,
Horatio's
no.
Groucho Marx.
Horatio's life is an impression of John Belushi. These guys' lives are an impression of Groucho
Oh, his
Marx.
life is.
Yeah,
I think it was
you know,
everybody's first like
like
amateurs would like, oh, I just have a big cigar and go, hey,
yeah,
well, say see you tomorrow. Hey. So it's a lot of guys' first entrance into comedy.
That's true.
yeah, like Alan Alda plays that part, or maybe it's Hawkeye Pierce himself, like is one of those Groucho
No, I think
wannabes.
Howard Stern sounds like Groucho if you think about it.
He's got
Um,
the sing songy because Groucho, say the secret word and you win $1,000.
yeah,
And
so
Yeah.
Stern's
he's
got that
influenced a
sing
lot of
song.
people, and I think that Bill Murray's characters in Ghostbusters and all, his swarmy character is just basically Groucho in the '80s.
Bill
Although
Murray's
those
the
movies
one.
weren't as madcap.
He's the one Ghostbuster who gets to like look at the camera and comment on shit. The way
Yeah,
Groucho's like always.
I mean, yeah.
Look at the camera.
Yeah,
I get to do it.
yeah. I don't have to take any of this seriously. That's the rest of y'all's
Yeah,
job.
I know. I get to connect with the audience while you labor and work and shit. I get to step out of this stupid
Yeah,
story and fucking.
that's what Margaret is for.
um, yeah. So no, I don't remember Groucho at the theme parks.
I didn't
Maybe
know
it was the Three
Groucho from the
Stooges. I don't
movies.
know.
I
I know
I
that
learned about Groucho from This Is Your You Bet Your Life. That's how
yeah,
I found
those
out about him.
replays. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because they played him
There's
every
one thing.
night.
Yeah.
It's one thing to want to be any of these guys, but did you guys ever own plaster statues of W.C. Fields or they used to sell those in Times Square? It's just big,
No,
big giant
my
head like
yeah, it's a big head, big top hat, big head,
Groucho,
and then tiny body
and then
with a
in a
cape.
tiny body, and they were selling this on, I don't know if they still do, but in those shitty stores in Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then it was like Satchmo, bah, ga, 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 with a horn, and then it's a little giant head. And so I was like, that kind of guy that would be like Groucho at work would have one of those
Yeah.
plaster things, like the Three Stooges or
it'd be W.C. Fields.
W.C. Fields.
Yeah. Yeah. Or the
Uh,
Laurel and Hardy.
and then any kind of Three Stooges kind of memorabilia is a little weird. Like based on like the resurgence of Hey Mo, like the whole
That
late
song.
80s,
That was
late
an
80s
80s
resurgence.
radio hit.
It was the Curly Shuffle.
Yeah, so if you're like 30 years old and doing the curly shuffle at like the work
So many
party,
shuffles.
The
Hey
resurgence.
Mo, hey Mo.
The resurgence. Well, the Stooges are back. that was a local news local news.
yeah,
bit. Well, folks, the Stooges are back.
don't go grabbing your frying pans and fountain pens quite yet.
Do you remember the Muhammad Ali song?
Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
It's like a
I was a
butterfly
really little
stings
kid though
like a
then.
bee.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
was
was a
very
novelty
little.
song.
Mm-hmm. We had the 45. I could listen to that one as many times as I wanted. Other
Muhammad
novelty.
Ali.
The streak was the big novelty song. I think Ray Stevens.
That is Ray Stevens. Yeah,
He had a lot of novelty
yeah,
hits.
he did. Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Disco Duck. Disco Duck captured the imagination of the nation.
And he's. I was
Yeah,
like,
it really did.
I
Rick
was going to
Dees.
Palm Springs, a few months ago, and listened to the radio. And Rick Dees is still fucking doing the radio. He's on like in the desert. He sounds like
It just
Biden.
sounds awful.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
sounds like Biden. Where's Rick Dees? His voice is like 10 times deeper. Oh,
Uh,
here's some Olivia Rodrigo.
you got to keep going. You got to keep going.
Um,
Even if it's in the desert on the radio and the only one can hear you is the
mm.
coyotes.
Here, hold on. Here's some wet leg. Stays, stays loud by wet leg.
on
No
on
timber,
Desert
no timber left.
92.1. The station that keeps you informed about the desert.
The station
Casey
that makes
Kasem
sure
kept
no one
going.
dies when they break down. Just let us know if you see any kind of cars over there pulled over. They think they've broken down. Let us know.
Now, I'm not saying this.
No.
I'm not saying this just because I'm
Pink
trying to be
Pony
macabre, but
Club.
I think Ray Stevens died like a. I think didn't something horrible happen to him?
I don't know.
You think almost like a Bob Crane thing?
What happened to
This
Bob
was recent.
Crane?
This was actually recently.
Was it foul play with the Bob Crane situation? I
He
never saw that
fell.
movie.
No, that was
Bob
real. He
Crane.
got murdered by his partner, by his dirty partner, his dirty movie partner.
I thought that was Paul Lynn. Maybe it happened to Paul Lynn. Too.
Nah, it wasn't Paul Lynn.
No.
I didn't have any
maybe-
dirty partners. No, Ray Stevens died.
HIV, smart guy.
Ray Stevens died 2 days
no.
ago,
Circle
and he
gets
fell
the
and
square.
broke his neck. By the way, that was just 2 days ago. Ray Stevens just died 2 days ago, and he fell. He broke his neck. I was just like, I know something.
His wife threw him down some stairs. Some relative threw his ass down some stairs.
He was 87, so I mean, that's 87. That's one of the ways it's gonna get you. Just falling.
My father-in-law died from breaking his neck. Well, he broke his neck, and then he had a stroke, and then it was just downhill from there. It starts with the broken neck.
It happens to a lot. Old people fall a lot, man.
That's what gets you. Just the little things. The bonk in the head or the fall, the tumble. That's why you got to learn to roll with it, people. You got to roll. Take it on the shoulder. You don't want to put the arm down. Break the arm. Shatter the elbow. You don't want to shatter the hip either. You want to roll with it. Get into slapstick comedy early, so when you're old and you take a fall, you know how to roll your weight. You can always take a judo.
Yeah,
class.
That's why sketch comedy and all that stuff is good for when you get older. You can learn how to fall off chairs and.
You have to be courageous. You have to be ballsy. I have nerves of steel, which drives my family crazy on the highway when I'm driving. You know, when you're passing you got two trucks on either side. And with like a joint in my lip in one hand, and I'm drinking soda at the same time, and I'm driving with my pinky, and they're all screaming, and I don't notice. I don't even know what it was. Like, why? What's the alarm? Is it? How it is. That's right. Nerves of steel.
See, I actually
or just eat stuff.
What is that?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just thinking about the whole falling thing. It's just,
Oh, I hate that. I hate falling. I hate falling dreams. I don't like that Hitchcock movie where he falls. I think it's somebody falls off the fucking building, and it's terrifying. You just see him fall.
Vertigo. He doesn't really fall though. That's just part of his imagination. But yeah.
There's another one where he does fall though. He makes it. He like lives through the tumble. It's a different movie where Jimmy Stewart does go out.
Oh, North by
It's
Northwest.
only a couple stories. It's only a
North.
couple stories, and I think he's in a wheelchair or something.
Oh yeah, I love that movie. When he sees the murder.
Rear window,
Rear Window.
maybe.
Rear Window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of my favorite movies, man.
You know what?
back
Hitchcock
to
was
that.
kind of the Tarantino of his day. Hitchcock would like do anything. He'd just like stab the shit
Well,
out of some lady and
well,
just
having Jimmy,
attack someone.
having Jimmy, well, he had him in a couple of movies, but having him in his movies was like always weird to me. But he played them.
Oh,
He
because
played
he
it
was
very well. Well,
so
yeah, he was
wholesome,
all
and then he
shucks and
plays these
wholesome.
twisted guys.
I
Yeah, you don't
mean,
expect it.
Vertigo, he's kind of twisted, but he's just got a problem. But another one, I guess he's like in Rear Window, he's nosy.
But he does freak out in one of his Well, yeah, he's a voyeur. In one of his most wholesome movies, the It's a Wonderful Life, he gets all weird, and then he's like, "Get out of here, or I'll bust you again." And
He does get
he goes
angry.
mad. He commits. He gets crazy.
Yeah, yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
it's a
That's
little
true.
stress. The stress of the whole
Mm.
building and loan going out of business.
Why, you're worth more dead than alive. That cat really was wheelchair bound at that point in his life. I mean, he could walk a little bit. It was too, he couldn't do parts that way. So he's like, forget it. I'll be in a wheelchair. That's how Guy Caballero, I think. I think Guy Caballero is based on, what's that movie? It's a bogey movie where that dude's in his wheelchair.
Oh,
What's his name?
uh, Dial M for
Yeah,
Murder. You mean?
Oh, that might be it.
no, he's talking about in a bogey movie.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
He
right.
plays. He's the bad guy. At some like maybe the owner of some kind of offshore, like some like. Now I'm
Yeah,
thinking
there's a lot of boats in that movie. Boating around. They're always getting in a boat and going off.
Lunar Spunk should be helping us out.
he's not though.
Sorry,
Lunar
Don.
Spunk's off getting an ice cream sandwich.
Lunar Spunk must be very excited about the lunar Artemis 2 probe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're landing here in San Diego.
In San Diego. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
gonna
don't know
go
if you
watch
can
them?
see them. I don't know if they're. We were thinking about it, but I don't know if you can actually see them. We'd be way out there in the ocean.
Lunar Spunk saying
I'm
something about
sure.
Chevy Chase as Gerald Ford. That would be your SNL season 1. I got a call from my brother the other day in the middle of the day, and I'm like, "Oh no, this must be something important." And I'm like, "Hello?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got Peacock, and I'm looking at the first season of SNL. Watch the first few shows." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "It's terrible."
That's so
Like,
funny.
I know it's terrible. They didn't know what they were doing. It took them a little while. Go to season 2 or 3. Those are pretty good.
Was it Key Largo you were trying to think of?
I think it's Key Largo. What's that?
Yeah,
It's the actor's name I was blanking on.
he's
Very famous actor.
he's Barrymore. He's a Barrymore.
Yeah.
He's what's her face Barrymore's
Lionel.
That's what
great grandpa.
That's what
Lionel
Guy
Barrymore
Caballero was based on. That character.
Lionel, goddammit.
There's a strong Barrymore tradition in the biz, in the movie biz.
So Lunar, you can
young
tell.
Barrymore.
Lunar, you can tell me, are the comments, I think they should be on both streams. They should be, one should be on Horatio's face on the
You know,
on the
right here.
upstream, and then one should be on like across all of our faces.
I gotta go check my turkey. I
Oh,
bought,
the
you
Gerald.
can buy,
Go ahead. The Gerald
you
Ford
can
was
buy a whole
regarding the
turkey breast.
falling down the stairs. That's what he was talking about.
Who fell? Did someone fall?
We were talking about falling down the stairs, and he was referring to Chevy Chase. I would never have Chevy
You're
Chase
talking
on this
about-
show.
You said you got to check your
Racist
turkey.
ass. Racist asshole.
I gotta go stick the thermometer in the turkey. This is a no chase zone, folks. No chase, no Rob Schneider.
But Rob Schneider was our picture today.
Yeah, everybody's been making fun of him because of this. He did this stand-up show at this conservative conference at CPAC, and everybody's been making fun of it. The jokes he was telling.
Why did he bomb so bad?
You know, it didn't bomb that bad. It's just sad, just like a bunch of people in wheelchairs crowded around him, old MAGA people, crowded around the stage, and people obviously aren't paying attention to him because it's like at a thing, at a conference.
Yeah, people are drinking and talking and shit.
Yeah, they're walking. He's in a warehouse somewhere.
Yeah.
And the jokes are pretty bad. I mean, I've heard worse, but they are pretty bad. He's got a mother, and they're racist and shit.
Well, I don't really know Rob Schneider. I did a show once with him, and he was very nice.
What show?
It was some SNL stand-up thing, and he killed. He was great, and he had me and Katana on, and so
I'm sure he
we both did a little bit.
Well,
he was great.
But he's doing the right wing thing. That's the thing. Is all the jokes were political jokes. Like, hey, you know who the new host on?
It's really weird.
Jimmy Kimmel and shit like that.
It's really weird. Like, you can't see yourself getting into that. Like, don't do that. Just don't do that. Like, it's a cheat, right? You think, is that what it is? Like, you feel like, oh, I can make a lot more money over here, or what? I mean,
think he's definitely doing it on purpose. Yeah, he's definitely I gotta make money. He's on the road, he's constantly doing those places. I think for him, it's about money.
Yeah,
he might believe it. I guess he does seem like that kind of person, but it's a little too much to be to not see it as kind of a grift. Come on, man, you're not that much into it,
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. It's a lot of people that we know, and a lot of people that got involved in that shit. They're just, they just they're off a little, and it gets in there.
Well, well, Chevy Chase is an asshole. I don't know who Rob is. Jim Brewer, blunt rotation. Jim Brewer he honestly is just kind of a dumb guy. I don't think he's MAGA necessarily. I think he's just Jim Brewer. He's what you see. What you see is what you get. I don't think he's trying to make money off. Kind of though. And I take that back because everybody's kind of.
Well, it's probably, you know what? You're probably leaning that way, maybe. So then you kind of go into it full force, and then it's it's icky for everybody. And then now the left is going to be, his daughter comes on, and his daughter's saying he's a dick, and and it just gets more and more kind of like TMZ bullshit.
Well, you know what? For a lot of those people, for a lot of comics, it was COVID, and it was simply because they couldn't make money because comedy clubs were closed, and that's when they went. And a lot of them still make those. They're still making those jokes. Yeah, that's what it was about for them.
Yeah.
Fucking, they ruining my living, and they don't really see it that way, but it's kind of obvious. Well, you couldn't make a living, so this.
I had to feed my family, man. Okay.
I understand that, but people just didn't necessarily want to go to a comedy club. But then they started catering to those people that were going out then, and they catered their act to that. He's right. From yeah.
Right, because only it's really hit them and all performers live, especially them, where they make most of their money. You're cutting off a lifeline, while making people wear masks, so you could see them getting kind of nuts right away.
Yep.
Like you're making the crowds wear masks. You're going to shut down every comedy club in the world. Fuck you.
Exactly.
Which is,
And
I
for
guess,
them,
how,
it was like the government was doing it, and they weren't thinking like, well, people don't really want to go, like the comedy clubs are shutting down because people aren't going. I don't think they were thinking that because they could go to Florida and it was packed. Because
If it was a choice to shut the government down or not, there's no way Trump would have done it. People just did it. They just said, "We're staying in. This is happening." It really was a walkout. It was a worldwide walkout. Not everybody
but any
joined.
place, right? But any place that was like a city and it was like lefties, they all trusted Fauci and Biden and all that. They trusted Fauci, not Trumpo, but so those people weren't going to comedy clubs. Those guys weren't going anywhere.
No.
So yeah, I mean, they're not only were the cities that those guys were playing in, but even the clubs obviously, but the cities as well were just shut down in blue states. So yeah, I could see their dilemma. But to go racist obviously is not awesome, but they don't see it that way. It's always just like it's fun. We're joking here.
Roseanne's legitimately crazy, and she was crazy long before this. So she's a part of that crowd of like, it just attracts a lot of crazy, and she's great. She's insane. She's been insane for a long time. I can tell you that personally.
Remember that nutso Star Spangled Banner she did?
Yeah, and that one's when she was like kind of had her, she was in her right mind. Remember, she really went crazy when she had her like talk show. I don't know if you remember that. And she was fucking nuts. Like she couldn't do anything. And I was shooting at the same time in the same studio, and she would do shit all the time. We had to close the studio down because of shit she would do. I mean, just wacky, like paranoid shit. She was losing her mind.
Wow.
So yeah.
I was never a fan to begin with, I gotta say. I mean, I thought she was a pretty good stand-up. She had that whole domestic honors routine, and I thought she was very good. But I didn't get into her show or anything.
I liked the show, her stand-up. I mean, that was a long time ago since she's done stand-up.
So she got.
I never got into the show because I wasn't home really. I watch it on occasion, but I wouldn't. It wasn't like, I got to stay home and watch it. Record this or whatever.
No.
Yeah.
No, I used to record all the best stand-ups on Letterman, and I don't think she made the collection. Neither did Rosie O'Donnell. What a mean person. She had the old one strike and you're out policy for the sound guys and the rest of the crew.
One strike. You get one. You get one. Now, you know what? I met Rosie O'Donnell.
She fired so many people.
I met Rosie O'Donnell very early on in her career. She was doing stand-up. I came and went to a stand-up club. I was still doing Second City in Detroit, and she was at a stand-up club. And a friend of mine did stand-up, and he was like, hey, do you want to meet Rosie O'Donnell? It's right down the street. And I went and met her backstage. She was really nice. And then when I went to SNL,
she's the queen of nice.
She was nice. I think what it was doing that show. Like, doing a show every day turns people into assholes. And that was a completely different person when I came to SNL and she was doing that show in that studio. That was like, the people were like, she's awful, man. She was like locked up in the, you never see her. She wouldn't talk to people.
That was the extras holding when I was doing SNL background work with the Rosie studio. And the crew, the crew would do all the different shows. So you talk to the crewmen, and they love to talk shit.
Yeah.
I don't like hearing gossip and shit, but eventually you hear things.
Yeah, that Rosie thing, exactly. How would I know if she was rude? She was never rude in front of me or anything, but I certainly heard some things. But then, you're like, she's unstable as well. You know,
Raj, didn't you used to do an impression of her on the television?
I did. Yeah, it was all you know, it was all drag. It wasn't much effort in my performance.
I was going to say, how much research did you put into
Yeah,
it?
Did you go down
I think
down the hall?
that's the one I usually thank the costume department. When you got to thank the costume department for anything working, then you know it's a piece of shit job you're doing.
I thought you did a pretty good
Although
job. Cutie, cutie,
they also did it,
patootie.
you know.
Cutie
Cutie
patootie. No, it was a funny bit, but it's not like, oh, that's a crack impression. Hey, Daryl Hammond, come run in here. You got to see this.
Yeah, right. Well, that's right. That was my lane.
No. That was.
Did she? Did you ever talk to her about it?
Lane was there.
Yeah, you know, after I think during COVID too, like I mentioned something on her Facebook or her Instagram, and then she's like, "Give us a call." So I called her and like her 3 kids, and like they were having breakfast, and I was just like, "Hey guys, how are you?" You know, I don't know that's Horatio. That's Horatio from TV, Saturday Night Live. Like, what? Why am I here? Like, what is this? And so I was like, well, all right, take it easy. And then, you know, I said hi after her, and then she was like, no, you lost. You lost.
So
I was going to be a friend.
To calling her kids at breakfast, and they didn't know who the fuck you were?
It was one of those things that never works, you know, like call us, call the family. As a family, we enjoy your show or whatever. So you'd think it would be funny, but the kids just freak out. And then the mom's like over explaining things to them so that you don't feel bad. You know, like, you know, so it's one of those things. Like, supposed to work on paper. Normal people maybe, but I'm also just very anxious and weird about shit like that anyway, so.
So Rob Torres, he was arrested. Jay Johnson was arrested January 6th, and he was, let go. What do you call? He's pardoned. So there you go. I don't know where he's at right now. I've tried to get in touch with him. It's been a source of much discussion here, and I've talked to other friends, some other common friends, and they have talked to him, but he didn't talk to me. So what can I say?
I don't want to get in trouble, but. You know.
Oh no. You're hanging out with him.
Here we go.
Charlie,
he's
I'm
right
hanging out with him. And we both were involved with Charlie Kirk assassination. That's just a joke, though.
But that's just a joke, right?
But that's just a joke.
And I mean that sincerely.
Wow, man, you know that's really falling apart. What we knew was kind of falling apart with Officer Bunkles at the head of the FBI at the head of it when he went out there. Well, that case is falling apart. That dude that shot him because they the message that he supposedly sent. He was already arrested by then, so he couldn't have sent it.
They fucked up. They fucked up the setup. Even the setup, they fucked up. But that Cash Patel, was like, we got the guy.
The guy that they got was not the guy?
No, apparently he's not the guy.
That's fucking Orwellian.
At least they're going to have a hard time convicting him.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, and it's because the whole thing is wacky. Like they destroyed. There's so much of it is weird. They destroyed like where the bullets would go behind the tent. They like just immediately started digging a hole. Like we don't want this to be what it was anymore. It's like wait a minute, and of course, no one's stopping them. The FBI is not saying, "Hey, don't dig up the fucking ground yet." Like they're already destroying it and digging it up, and like fucking putting cement over it. Like. Just because we don't want that to be a memorial.
I see.
We don't want it to be a memorial to sickos coming in here. So don't even think about it. When we come think about visiting, with with your creepy thoughts in your mind.
I mean, that makes sense, but yeah.
Yeah, but not
it's
not
a
2
where
days
we bury
after or
No,
a
not,
day
not right
after.
after.
Like,
Right.
and then the FBI, if they were really wanting to know, or were really like on top of it, would be like, yeah, don't touch that. We're going to investigate it. But obviously, they don't want it. It didn't just seem like they didn't want that.
Boy, that's I mean, wow. If that goes like unsolved, that's
If you're
terrible.
into conspiracies, that's a field day for you.
I mean,
No, not usual.
he wasn't that fucking. I mean, I know people have made him out to be Jesus now, but he was not that powerful, or that cared about.
No, he was a blogger.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I'd never heard of the guy until he got shot.
I mean, that's why the conspiracy theories about distraction are ringing loudly. Because like, why kill this guy? Well, get everybody off this Epstein shit.
I don't think that's a distraction. I never.
Because apparently Israel no longer wanted him around because he was now getting more
Anti-Israel.
into anti-Israel. Yeah, and he does. I mean, he did have a big following. Sure, he still his wife now does. That whole thing is just so strange. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all that guy's been let go.
It was the one time that I really did think about hunting down Jay Johnson when they were looking for him. When the police were looking for him, I was gonna get a gun. If I have to, he's a fucking fugitive.
It's quite a dilemma. I mean, yeah, if you're on TV and they're like,
deputized.
This guy's missing. Can you catch him? Like, I might have to turn my friend in. Yeah, so you went out there with the gun and handcuffs.
Yeah, I might have to kill him, but I told Brandon a line of cocaine.
Didn't Patton Oswalt's wife
like the cartoons?
Where they brought in a murderer?
Say it again.
Patton Oswalt's wife, didn't she write something and work on some project where they found some serial killer through his DNA?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was one of the big proponents of opening the cases, and it was a lot of her investigations and her book about it, and how DNA testing led to the capture. So yeah, her work helped. Them help them how how to use
your heroes. Probably you love those.
How to use DNA. Yeah, I love serial killers, and I love the people that catch them too.
You got all the trading.
Rob Torres. From what I hear, they're not, but I would find that really hard to believe because Adam Sandler's like a really loyal dude. Like he doesn't drop his friends. He's not that kind of dude. But from what I heard, they don't hang out anymore. So I don't know.
Probably still friends,
I would imagine, yeah. I mean, I'm friends with people who are, I consider myself friends. They may not consider friends, but I consider them still friends. I would like them not to
a lot of
be
Nazis.
that way. Yeah, I'm friends with a lot of Nazis. Kanye, we talk every day.
Yeah, Kanye. I got Skinhead Fred. This is a guy who's a good friend of mine.
Raj, maybe you should have a little clay head of John Wayne Gacy, where it's a big Gacy head and like a tiny clown body. It's still pudgy, but it's little body.
I would like that.
I'll see if I can find one. Your birthday.
Keep it, yeah. Yeah, see what you can do. I sent Dorf a picture of a piece of art that John Wayne Gacy made of the Wisconsin killer. He painted that guy's skull, and it was like John Wayne Gacy. He's like, this is, what's his name? I can't think of it now. The Wisconsin.
Yes, the Milwaukee killer.
He
Jeffrey
worked
Dahmer.
in he,
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, so it was
Most of his podcast is remembering people's names.
yeah. We need we need a newer form of. I'm sure it's out there. Just super kind of like you can see it all bounce back like the facts. Like you just go, man, what is that? I remember, and there's like boom, 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 like 3 names come up in front of you.
AI.
You
You
got
can
kind of
get
AI,
AI
yeah.
eventually.
Hey.
Hey, let me ask you guys a question. So I'll make
Wait,
it
what
one
was
of
the
those,
last
like,
question though? What? There was a last.
Where
There was a last question.
from Lunar's
What was
book.
it?
Was
Oh.
it about Jeffrey Dahmer or
Oh yeah, it was just that thing that it was just.
Finishing
I
up
sent
on
a
the
picture.
murderers.
I sent a capture of a picture of a painting that Gacy made of a skull, and then he wrote Dahmer skull, just so you know.
Just so you know.
And then that was
No, wait a minute.
just so you would know what it was. Like it's just a skull. Like he just painted a bunch of skulls all the time. But this one
was
just happened. This one he said this one is Dahmer though. Like and so and then that signed John Wayne Gacy, and I sent that to Dorf on Easter because I gotta I
That's
gotta
a nice
send
Easter
something.
tiding.
Yeah,
Where
Because
did,
the skull represents rebirth, the death and rebirth.
where did
exactly.
where did Gacy where exactly in Chicago was he? Like, did he get his victims all around Chicago, or was it a certain neighborhood?
Usually, Old Town was a big place because they had a big gay bar up there. So he would go to gay bars probably on Rush Street in the city, assuming there probably weren't that many gay bars in the suburbs at that time, or now. I don't even know.
Now,
But yeah, there was a
was he
bar down the
gay?
street
So
Or
Gacy,
from
did he
Second
just
City.
use that?
you talking? The Gacy or Dahmer? Are you talking about Dahmer or I'm talking?
Well, I'm talking
both.
about Gacy. I'm talking about Gacy, but it turns out that Dahmer did the same thing because
He did, yeah.
he wanted diversity in this freakiosity. So he would go to those bars in Chicago because there's more likely to see, you're gonna get more choice of dudes if you.
If anybody's ever seen the FX movie with Niecy Nash, the Dahmer movie, it's really good, and it was really like accurate because there's a documentary about it, and she really plays the part well because she was like, something's going on up there. There was this woman,
right.
this black woman, who really pressed it. It's like, no.
Right,
She kept telling the police, like, there was somebody out there. There was a man, and he was drunk or something was wrong with him. He was naked. That ain't right. And she kept.
And then she
kind of
starts doing investigation, right? She starts doing a little bit of investigation.
She started.
Yeah, that was
looking
really
into
funny.
It, yeah, she was the one.
Because I thought,
it.
I'm like, how's this lady gonna be in the whole movie? Because I knew that it was Niecy Nash. I'm like, how's this lady gonna be like such a huge part? I thought she'd be the mother of somebody, but I didn't know that they're gonna. Obviously, I didn't know they're gonna spread it out like that. I thought it was gonna be some lady, stunk in there. Fuck that!
Right.
I told you to come here, and then it'd be it,
Right.
But that was great, yeah. And of course, it's like, yeah, of course, cops knew, and cops laughed, and cops like, they're like, even when the worst when the kid got let go by the Milwaukee police. He was Dahmer had some kid, and the fucking guys were like, fucking weird gay mo's. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Jerry, you got
now we can go back to something pleasant.
You got a memo to remind people to join the Discord.
Yes, I will tell people join the Discord. My Discord. What is this show called? Play in the back of the room. Play in the back of the room Discord before I leave, and give me suggestions and stuff to talk about, and I will.
Yeah, please just tell us what you think, good or bad. I'll give us a follow.
Yeah.
It's funny because
subscribe and like. That's what I always say. It's easy.
I started streaming in like vertical and profile and whatever this horizontal, and I got like a whole bunch of views when we first came on, and then when we started talking, everybody just left.
I think a lot of that was my fault. It always takes me 5 minutes to get
I don't
audio
think
and visual together.
it's not that. I've seen people just sitting there. I think people just aren't
People just
interested.
don't like it.
You know, there's a lot of kids nowadays online. What can you
And
do?
whoever, this is like a postcard to our friends that are still alive. Hi, we're doing well, I guess. Sure, you know what's going on in the world.
A
Yeah.
lot of
So,
monsters. A lot of monsters.
but I like that
out
I
there.
can't see any numbers because it makes me not to get it. It keeps me from being distracted.
Right?
It used
So
to put me in my head for the first year, but then the second year, I didn't even notice. I stopped paying attention to it.
yeah, you get to a point. So I was using a piece of tape to actually cover up the square that it was on. And then now I
Some
just
circle gets the
lately,
square.
but this is refreshing.
So the view that you're seeing, and I don't know this, but the view that you're seeing right now, is it the three of us like next to each other, or are you seeing the three of us stacked on top of each other?
Next
Next to
to.
each other.
Okay, all right.
I see Jerry in the middle, Raj on the left. I'm on the right. We're all vertical with
There's some
that one
people who are
cigar
getting a view. There's
smoldering.
another one of us stacked on top of each other, like it was on Instagram. Oh,
If
we're not on
you're
Instagram anymore.
So stuff that's out of
if you're
camera
watching on
for me
vertical,
might be in.
if you're
Oh, look
watching
who
on
Yes.
vertical
it is.
vision,
You can see Ming. Ming
Uh,
Merciless. Who is that? Is it Ming
not like this.
Merciless?
It's a nameless Chinese. He's up to some. Oh, good. He's got a dagger here.
Yeah, right?
oh.
Yeah.
He's like Fu Manchu.
Does he have a
Which is
dagger?
He
There's
watches
no,
over me.
as you know, there's no knives at a Chinese table. When you eat food at a Chinese table, there's never a knife or even a fork because they don't. Food's too sacred so that no one could commit an act of violence. So if he's got a knife,
Look
he's
at that
definitely
shit.
not at the table.
Stab the
Thank
lady.
you, Rob. Join the Discord, Rob. Join the Discord if you're on Discord. It is an
Yeah.
ancient
Rob.
Go
Chinese
on.
secret.
Go on
Ancient
Substack.
Chinese secret, huh?
Here's this fucking ancient Chinese secret. Calgon.
No one gets it. I have an impulse quite often to tell people. They'll say something about some substance, and I'll say, "Oh, you're soaking in it." And then I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey,
Dishwashing liquid.
did
You're
you see my
soaking in
yogurt?
it.
Do you see my yogurt anywhere? You're soaking in it.
That is a good all-purpose line. Yo. Oh, I forgot the pudding. Actually, you're soaking in
Soaking
it.
in it. Did you come yet? You're soaking in it.
Dishwashing liquid?
No whiskey from Japan. Tajiro whiskey in Japan. What's the idea with this commercial? We don't. It works.
It was the dishwashing liquid, and usually she was at the nail salon, right? That's the one I remember.
Yes.
She's got
She's
her
at the
hand in
salon. She's got her hand fucking soaking in dishwashing detergent. She's exactly
And
has
so
the
what's the-
exact reaction she should.
What? What the fuck?
You're soaking
Smack
in
her.
the fuck?
Put the
That's time
detergent.
for
You think I
frying
want
pan.
detergent on my hand all day? Stupid bitch.
Smells terrible. Smells
Your
fucking
choose to
green. I don't even
see.
know what that smell is. I got to keep it on my hands for a week. Like,
That
what
was-
the
that
fuck's
was
wrong
a-
with you?
That was a
Green
genre
detergent.
of commercial of deceiving people into thinking they're getting A when they're really getting B. which Tom
This
Shore
is
did
this
that
is
thing.
dishwashing liquid that's so good, easy on your hands that you're saying it's so good you can basically use it as what they use at the hairdresser to
Whatever
soak
that
your
That's
is.
hands
one to try to
yeah.
repair your fucking damaged hands from doing dishes to begin with.
Yeah. And so then you'd go
That's
like,
the
what
idea.
is it? It smells good. It feels great. And they'd be like, is it alien jizz? No. But you're soaking in it. And then they'd be like, what is it?
My own
How was that
estimate.
presented?
There was the Folgers coffee commercials where they would swap out their coffee for Folgers Crystals decaf. And they'd be like, oh, I didn't notice the difference. But then when they laid that on Chris Farley, you remember
Yeah,
that
that was
bit?
there was
A
a
Schiller's reel.
there's a couple of sketches they did on SNL. They did the blood
Well,
transfusion one.
that one brings us back to the frying pan. They had the chef come in and start going after Farley with the with the fry pan.
The frying pan tried to knock them out. Yeah.
It was a whole restaurant trying to take him down. No, he was impervious. He's screaming, "With God as my witness!"
Yeah, I think he may have been hit in the head for real. And just is like so into it that
He might have got Larry. Yeah, he might have got the Larry
Yeah.
treatment.
Jeez.
Boy, that Larry, he was one lucky guy, Larry Fine. All the other Stooges were Howards. He had the.
I think he was
he
still
was the one who was taking it. Not the other Curly replacements, of course.
wasn't he still related to them though?
Except Shem, I don't know, were they cousins? I didn't think so. I thought they just liked the way he worked. I think they met on vaudeville. In vaudeville. So Jerry, let me ask you something.
I think they all were their own acts, and then then Mr. Big Shot put them all together. Said you guys should be doing, and it was like I forget the guy's name, but it was him and his Stooges.
Right. He was their backup Stooges, and he was paranoid.
Yep.
He was paranoid that they were going to go off on their own. By the time they went off on their own, they're basically old men. They're all 44 years old.
Yeah, they basically they weren't. They were probably like 35. Healy.
Yeah,
Ted
that's
Healy.
more like
Yeah,
it.
he was Ted Healy found him. I'm looking at it now. Larry his name was Louis Feinberg, his real name.
Ted Healy and his Stooges.
Ted Healy was the one, yeah, he did, yeah.
Those comedians, the Stooges and the Marx Brothers, they were desperate kids. They were desperate. They never had enough to eat.
Well, the Marx Brothers, their mother started them, right? That was the idea. It was a family thing. Their mother put them on stage at first, I thought.
Minnie. Yeah,
What's
Minnie
that?
Marx. Minnie, her
Minnie
name was
Marx.
Minnie, Minnie's boys.
Minnie Marx?
She did put them up to it. Yeah, she was tired of being, I think she was tired of being poor. And she thought maybe the boys could make something of themselves in the biz.
Now, did she make them, or was she a part of the act?
No, she groomed them.
She groomed them and put them on stage.
To be in the biz, yeah, made sure they knew how to play instruments and such.
So it was like a Beach Boys, Jackson
Yourself
5
a
kind
Beach
of
Boys. Some a Beach Boy Jackson 5 situation.
thing. Yeah.
Definitely, where the parent put them up to it.
Yeah.
All
right, come on, boys. You're going to sing with your heart now, boys. Come on. Sing with your heart. You know how to do it.
There's this meme of like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson can't reach a note, and then there's usually a comedian playing Michael Jackson, and he's singing this really like old song. It was really high, and he can't get it. And he's like, "I'm sorry, I can't get it." And then it cuts to like some guy whipping his ass, and he hits that note. Look at this. So Jackson whips his ass, and he goes, "I love you tonight." And there's like a million of them.
One
But
of your blackouts from Second City.
That's another one of these. Like I think we have a new category should be like meme genre or meme type, and it's all because I see like 5 of the same ones, right? Because you like one, and then it gets other comedians doing the same bit. The other one is like when your friends lie. Basically, I'll tell you the white version. When your friends lie to make you guys look cool in front of women, and then it's always like you get the guys making you look like a bitch. He's telling the story like his lie is like, remember that one time when those 2 niggas rolled up on us, and you were like, I'm sorry, you about to give grown man head. And I had to pull up on no motherfuckers. Remember that? You know, it's just, and it's like I've seen like 100 of them now, but they're all funny.
That one.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's got when your friends like punk you out to get like something with the ladies, you know, like some cred, or to try to help you too. Like they're trying to help you, so that you're just like,
yes.
Yeah, man, we're good. Like. So it's mostly on the comedian, like you just hear the voiceover. Yeah, very funny. So that's another one of mine. I've been seeing a lot.
Yeah, there's no
My alarm
comparison
for my
between the
beans
Three
is going
Stooges and the
off.
Marx Brothers. Three Stooges are like Mad TV, and the Marx Brothers were Saturday Night Live. There's just no, you can't. There's no comparison.
It's just a little
wish there
better,
was a
yeah.
be-
They
I
have, but
wish
their
there was a
movies,
better
you know, there were
analogy,
movies though
because
too.
I didn't like Mad TV at all, and I liked the Three Stooges, even though the Marx Brothers were obviously ahead of
I
them.
didn't want to say it, but
Well, people
that actually
liked it.
doesn't work because I didn't like Mad TV at all.
I hated Mad TV.
Yeah, you have to like them. I like the Stooges hell of a lot more.
Oh, leave them alone. What's like Mo Howard?
I always said, like, well, one is obviously more, you know, the jokes are a little more clever and the themes are a little, you know, but it's a movie and they've had a lot of time to do a show, a presentation, where these guys were like, let's roll out the single
Well,
reels.
also, the Marx Brothers would work out their stuff as stage shows and run them in the summertime. They run them as stock and then shoot them.
Yeah.
So they had that, you know, they had the perfection thing. Now, kind of different. It's a little bit of not apples and oranges, but apples and pears, maybe.
No, it's a big difference. They had stuff like intricate stuff, and the Stooges.
They did.
But the Stooges had movies too. Their movies
They
sucked.
had intricacy too.
Oh yeah, but that was by the time they had to do
rescue my
anything just
beans.
to get to a
Let me ask you a
dentist.
question about the beans, guys, before I go. You know that Thanksgiving dish where you take the mushroom soup and mix it in with some string beans, and then you throw the jerky onions in there? You know that dish I'm talking about?
Say again?
Everybody makes a string bean
We were reading
dish.
Lunar talking about the Stooges every couple of months.
Well, I gotta go because my bean alarm is going off. Yeah, we talked about Stooges. What? Maybe once every 2 weeks.
Sorry, no.
So wait, what are you?
String bean with cream of mushroom soup casserole?
Oh yes, that's terrible. But yeah.
I know. Well, I've got one in the oven, but I didn't have any cream of mushroom soup, so I went to the Spanish market across the street and substituted it with coconut milk.
That's not gonna be good.
That's not.
Oh, I don't know.
I put some.
I know what you're going for. You're going for some. Is it chicken?
No, it's just string beans and turkey fried onions.
That's
with
not
coconut
gonna be,
milk.
That's not gonna be good.
It's not gonna come out.
Well,
I got some
it might come out like
good. As a backup. Say what?
I don't know. It's gonna come out like a Thai kind of coconut shrimp thing.
Exactly.
But without either flavor. Yeah, but no shrimp.
It's good.
I hope it works out.
Yeah,
we'll find out next week.
Pull it from the oven. If you guys are here, I'll see you when I get back. If you're still here, if not, Godspeed.
Godspeed.
It's 2.5. I think that's good time.
Yeah, you guys, it was good. Thank you for coming on with me. It was nice.
Very nice. Oh, your pleasure. Our pleasure. Very nice.
And he wasn't joking around, right? All right. Oh, nobody was joking around. Okay. Everybody's gone, except for it looks like it looks like he's still there. This is professional, folks. This is it's what you get. Get the professional stuff. I had a really good time. I've been really busy lately. I apologize to everybody and all the people who watch me on a normal or regular basis. I have not been able to do anything that I was supposed to do because life has all of a sudden. Oh, and Stewart on Mad TV, no kidding. Life is all. Stewart is disturbing. And that's one of those things of like. Now I don't want to really go into because the person that played Stewart is a really cool person, but that character was disturbing. There were a couple of characters. Who said something about Miss Swan, Mrs. Swan? You looking like a man. Yeah, but anyway, I have not been doing what I should be doing as far as this whole podcasting. We call it live streaming. It's been a very, very sporadic basis, but like I said, life has caught up with me. I've been very, very busy. I think Dutch left. I'm gonna just turn him off. See, now you got a nice volume, a nice sound. A lot of times when Dutch is on, I get a background of some background noise, and I don't know what it is. But anyway, yes, I am promising to be with you much more, and I always promise that, and then I don't deliver. So there you go. What else is going on? We were going to talk about Rob Schnieder. Oh, I guess we did a little bit. I know, right? I was watching Cartoon Mess the other night. He could always come in and do well. And now that I'm going to Instagram too, I see now in the comments. I don't like the way the comments should come in better on the tall stream, but I am happy to do this vertical stream too. This Lunar, you were looking on the vertical stream also. Can I make that? Yeah, there we go. How's that? Does that fit on that vertical stream? And I'm gonna get used to it, but I like being able to go on to the ability to go on Instagram to be able to do vertical streams on this. I picked up a bunch of viewers at the beginning. People obviously like to look at their phone for some reason, but then they see it's me and then they turn away. But yeah, it seems like a good way of picking up viewers. Maybe this looks better at the top. I don't know. You can see it all. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it was great being here, doing this, being able to do this again. And I'll see you next time. How about the outro music? Let's see. Can I get it? Oh, I don't have it. All right. Yeah, I'm still learning vertical. I know vertical stream. I'm like, you just get so many people. People want to watch it that way. I don't like watching vertical streams. I'll turn my phone over and watch horizontal, but people like watching stuff vertical. And it's definitely better for Instagram. It just fits in the whole thing better. I know it was a classic episode. God, though, we gotta get some more people on here though. It's hard to get people on in the day. Yeah, next Thursday. Yeah, I think we will be on next Thursday. So, but I'll be making the announcement on the stuff on the Discord, all that stuff. Yeah, that's it. All right. Hey, thanks for coming in. Thanks for tuning in again. Lunar, thanks for everything. I got a lot of comments on here. Anything else? No. I know, right? Well, let's see. I could probably make this bigger on the chat, but I haven't figured out the comments is like the comment thing is hard to do. Hard to figure out how to do that and make it huge at the same time. So I can make it big, but I can't. You know what? There's something. Oh, you know what? How about this? No, that's not it. What's Backroom Disco? I did it. I'll figure it out. Anyway, that was fun. That was a fun experience. Thanks for joining me. Get rid of this stuff. I'll see you once again next week. Bye bye.